Now,
We have
we
something
will take
else.
you all to another part of the world where the Indonesian diaspora is also celebrating this historic day. Let's now go live to Hanoi, Vietnam to join the Independence Day celebration with His Excellency, the Indonesian Ambassador to Vietnam, Mr. Denny Abdi.
Hello, Ambassador. Thank you so much for making the time to talk to us. It's such a pleasure. And also, Merdeka, sir.
Merdeka!
Merdeka from Hanoi.
Yes, sir. So tell us a little bit, how many Indonesians are living in Vietnam today and how are they joining the Independence Day celebration at the embassy, sir?
We have around 1,000 Indonesians all over
Okay.
Vietnam. Most of them live in the southern part of Vietnam, where all the economic activities occur in Vietnam. But on the northern part, where the embassy located, we have around 300 Indonesians, not as many as in other countries. But nevertheless, we are celebrating the 80th anniversary of Indonesia's independence with, full of spirit, full of happiness, people coming around the place, around Hanoi. We are celebrating since the morning. We also watching from here the ceremony from the Istana Merdeka from Indonesia, and everybody are very happy to listen and to share the spirit of independence after 80 years.
Wow, that sounds really exciting. Mr. Ambassador, excuse us for not knowing, but could you tell us what time exactly is in Hanoi right now? And how has the day been in terms of celebrating the 80th anniversary of Indonesia's independence in Hanoi?
Regarding the time, luckily Hanoi is exactly in the same time zone
Oh,
with
okay.
Jakarta. Yeah, because yeah, we are in the same time zone, so exactly the same the time Jakarta and Hanoi. But regarding climate, because Hanoi is in the north nowadays, it's very hot. Temperature around 38, but it feels like 42, 43 sometimes. So it's very hot today.
So, Ambassador, from pictures and videos that we've seen, the embassy is being right here in central Hanoi. Were there any special preparations made to the classical building, the beautiful building of the embassy, also on the area for today's celebration, sir?
Yes, as it is in Indonesia, the embassy premises is we consider this is the Indonesian premises. So we make it beautiful as in Indonesia. How to enjoy celebration of 17th of August. Wherever we are in Indonesia, we make it exactly like that. So this is just to provide our community here so they are not homesick, they feel at home. We celebrating. We fill the month of August with many activities, with games, with family games, fun together, gathering with Indonesian communities as well as with our Vietnamese friends. We also do some blood donation. We play badminton. We play so many games. So at least what we can do here, the embassy and all the staff of the embassy is trying to engage Indonesian families in Hanoi so they are not missing what happened at home.
Wow, sounds like it's a very festive day for Indonesians in
Indeed.
Hanoi. Now, Mr. Ambassador, since we have the honor of having you here on air on TV Our World to celebrate our independence, maybe we can also learn a little bit more about the collaboration between Indonesia and Vietnam, especially because this year we'll be celebrating 70 years of diplomatic relations and collaboration. So maybe you can give us a little bit of information about the highlights of the cooperation in bilateral terms and also in multilateral terms within the ASEAN framework.
Yes, Indonesia and Vietnam declared independence on the same year. So Vietnam also declared independence in 1945, same with us. In fact, it's only 2 weeks different. Our declaration was on the 17th of August 1945, but Vietnam doing 2 weeks after that, 2nd of September 1945. And on top of that, our founding fathers were also a good friend, Uncle Ho. People call him Uncle Ho, President Ho Chi Minh, who was the best friend of President Sukarno. So they are talking to each other, they are supporting each other, and they declare independence almost at the same time. And after that, two countries also fought against the colonials that want to come back after, the Second World War. But Indonesia can, we won the war only in 4 years' time in 1949. But Vietnam suffered longer. They fought more than us until 1975. So this is the history of the country. But after independence, Vietnam wanted to join ASEAN. Indonesia was the first country to welcome Vietnam to join ASEAN. And now we are the strong member of ASEAN. Vietnam, the population of Vietnam is 100 million people, while Indonesia is with the biggest population. In ASEAN, we are 280 million people. Together, Indonesia and Vietnam already more than 50% of ASEAN population. So we can imagine, with combination of these two nations only, it can bring ASEAN to good progress in terms of welfare and economic growth. So now the two countries working together. Why? Because we declare independence in the same year, and we want to achieve the status of high-income countries in 2045, also in the same year, 100 years from independence. So that is why now the two leadership, the two governments are trying so hard to support each other to achieve what we want to achieve, to become high-income countries, in 2045. So, and regarding the bilateral trade, 5 years ago in 2020, our bilateral trade was 8.2 billion US dollar. But 4 years after that, in 2024, by end 2024, it achieved 16.7 billion US dollar. So looking to the future, with the young population in Indonesia and in Vietnam, with the strong spirit to support bilateral relations, as well as to help ASEAN to maintain peace and security, strong economy and strong people to people, we are very optimistic to look to the future and working together with our Vietnamese friends.
Ambassador, we've been hearing great news from Vietnam. As you mentioned, trade has doubled. Now, looking ahead, how do you see celebrations like today's inspiring future cooperation in areas like EVs or renewable energy or food security, sir?
Yeah, well, what I think the concept is there, the commitment is there. What we need to do, how to make those commitments into concrete implementation. My latest initiative was I took one big company from Vietnam. The name is FPT Group. This company making software. They have one good university. They also focus on semiconductor and AI. Now they have 170,000 students. So I facilitated them to work together with Indonesian universities. Also one a very big group that has 165 universities. The name is Muhammadiyah. I think everybody knows Muhammadiyah in Indonesia. So to the future, this is one of the sector that we want to build strongly with Vietnam. We are going to the sector of semiconductor and artificial intelligence, initiated by these two big groups. And other than that, we see the Vietnamese EV. The name is FinFast. They also have taxi. You can see it around Jakarta and other big cities in Indonesia. We are also collaborating with Indonesian businessmen to work together in this sector. In short, we want to adopt new technology. Vietnam also want to adopt new technology, and we want to build everything using the strength that we have, which is the young people in Indonesia and in Vietnam.
All right, Mr. Ambassador, thank you so much for enlightening to us the highlights of the cooperation between Indonesia and Vietnam. So a lot to look forward to the
Absolutely.
strengthening of the ties. So now to conclude our virtual conversation, Mr. Ambassador, maybe you can give a quick message to all Indonesians all around the world who are watching us right now on TV ROI World to commemorate the 80th anniversary of Indonesia's independence. Your Excellency, please.
Yes, from Hanoi, on behalf of the Indonesian community here in Hanoi and all over Vietnam, we want to share our happiness. Congratulations for the 80th anniversary of Indonesia to all Indonesians, to brothers and sisters in Indonesia. And let's work together. Let's support the government, support the young people, everybody to achieve what we want to achieve to become high-income countries in 2045. We can do it.
All right.
Thank
we
you so
can do
much,
it.
Excellency. Thank you, sir. Great news from Vietnam. We've been hearing great stuff, so take care and see you next time. It's good to see and to hear so many good news from Vietnam. We have a lot of
know.
collaborations.
I'm
The economy
excited.
has doubled, trade has doubled in the
Yes.
last couple of years, and also
Yes.
cooperation in EVs and other industries as
I
well.
write so many times that Vietnamese electric taxi, actually,
Mm-hmm.
that His Excellency mentioned earlier. So I'm excited to see
Uh-huh.
even more investment coming in from Vietnam to Indonesia, and likewise from Indonesia to Vietnam.